When you walk into your favorite cafe in the morning, you don't beg for your coffee. You don't plead with the barista to please make it right this time. You don't wonder if you are worthy of the coffee, or if the universe wants you to have it. You simply order it, calmly, clearly, with confidence. You expect it to come. You trust that it will be prepared, placed in your hands, and ready for you to enjoy. That is the exact same energy you must hold when it comes to money. Money is not something to chase, not something to beg for, not something to fear. It is an obedient servant, a neutral force that responds to command. But most people have been trained to worship it, to worry about it, to treat it like an unpredictable master that must be appeased. When you operate from that vibration, money stays away, for it is drawn to clarity and confidence, not confusion and desperation. The one who knows their divine right never begs. They declare, they speak, they command. The moment you speak with authority, money flows to me easily and continuously. I am always provided for. My needs are already met. You align yourself with the law of supply. The universe begins arranging the invisible threads of circumstance to deliver exactly what you ordered. But if you speak from fear, I never have enough. I'm always struggling, I can't afford it. You are placing an order for lack. The law does not question your emotion. It fulfills your belief. The energy you emit is the request you submit. Every time you wake up and start your day, understand that life is a spiritual cafe. The menu is infinite. You can order abundance, or you can order limitation. You can order wealth, or you can order worry. The universe doesn't decide for you. You do. You walk to the counter of creation, and with every thought, every word, every assumption, you tell the divine what to prepare. But unlike the cafe, you don't need money to pay for your order. You pay with faith. You pay with expectancy. You pay with certainty that your request is already fulfilled in the unseen before it appears in the seen. When you beg, you imply separation. As if money is far from you. As if you are small and undeserving. But when you order, you acknowledge your partnership with the divine law of supply. You recognize that everything you could ever need already exists in abundance, waiting for your command. You don't need to beg for air to breathe. And you don't need to beg for money to live. The same intelligence that keeps your heart beating, and your lungs expanding, is the same force that ensures your supply is constant and perfect. You must train your words to serve your faith, not your fear. Never say, I can't afford that. Instead say, money is on the way for that. Never say, I'm broke. Instead say, my supply is temporarily invisible, but it's arriving swiftly. You are not lying, you are aligning. You are not pretending. You are proclaiming. Speak only what you wish to experience, because words are orders to the unseen. If you truly understood the creative power of your spoken word, you would never again use it carelessly. Every complaint is an order. Every affirmation is an order. Every declaration is an order. The universe listens to your tone, not your tears. You cannot cry your way into prosperity, but you can command your way into it. When you say with inner knowing, money is obedient to me, I live in the overflow, life rearranges itself to match your certainty. The law of supply is exact. It doesn't operate on emotion but vibration. When you feel lack, you attract lack. When you feel overflow, you attract overflow. The trick is not to pretend, but to shift. You shift from the energy of waiting to the energy of receiving. You shift from begging to ordering. You shift from hoping to knowing. When you stand tall in your divine authority and say, I am one with the source of all wealth, the invisible becomes visible. Practice speaking as if money were a loyal assistant. In the morning say, money, bring me opportunities today. Before bed say, money, circulate freely and joyfully in my life. When you shop say, every dollar I spend returns multiplied. When you receive say, thank you for showing up so easily. This is not fantasy. It is frequency. You are communicating with the energy of abundance through your command. Never forget that money has ears for the confident. It rushes to those who know it listens. It hides from those who doubt its loyalty. When you walk into a cafe and order your coffee, you trust the process. You don't follow the barista around to make sure they're making it. You don't panic while waiting. You know it's coming. And so it is with your money. You make your order and release it in faith. You don't keep checking your bank account in fear. You hold the vibration of expectancy. You don't question if it's on the way. You prepare to receive it. When you start ordering money like you order your morning coffee, something magical happens. Your energy becomes steady. You stop feeling desperate. You stop vibrating in lack. You stop chasing. You start allowing. You begin to move like someone who already has. And the universe, which mirrors your consciousness, can only reflect what you embody. Money begins to appear in unexpected ways. A new opportunity, a refund, a gift, an idea that multiplies income. Because you have shifted from request to command. The law does not fail. The only variable is your belief. The universe is not deciding who gets abundance. It's responding to who believes they already have it. The divine supply is infinite, but only those who command it with conviction receive it. You must speak as one who owns the storehouse, not one standing outside it. You must walk in the energy of a master, not a servant. When you wake up tomorrow, don't plead with life to make things easier. Instead, speak your order with confidence. Money, I am ready for you. Flow through me with ease. Multiply in my hands. I am an open channel for wealth. Then, go about your day with calm expectancy, as you would wait for your coffee to be served, not in fear, not in doubt, but in joyful knowing that your order has already been placed, and is being prepared for you in the unseen, because it always is. Stop begging for money. Command it with divine authority. The moment you beg, you declare to the universe that you do not have, that you are small, that you are separate from the source of supply. You push away what you long for because begging vibrates in lack, while commanding vibrates in power. You were never meant to plead with life, you were designed to speak with creative authority. Money is not a master, it is a servant. It is energy that takes form according to your inner word. When you realize this, everything about your relationship with money changes. You no longer see it as something outside of you, that must be earned through struggle or luck. You see it as an obedient reflection of your inner command. When you stand in divine authority, you are not arrogant or demanding, you are aligned. You recognize that you are one with the infinite intelligence that sustains every atom in the universe. The same force that guides the stars in perfect order also guides the flow of your wealth when you speak from certainty. To command is not to control through ego. It is to create through truth. You are the vessel through which divine abundance expresses itself, and when you command from that knowing, money responds swiftly and precisely. The person who begs is trapped in the illusion of separation. They see money as something distant, elusive, and conditional. They say, I hope I get some money soon. And that hope carries the vibration of uncertainty. But the one who commands says, money, I call you forth now, easily and in perfect order. Their words are law because they are spoken with faith. They do not chase, they do not worry, they do not plead. They understand that what they declare in faith must manifest, for the law of supply does not fail. Commanding money begins with commanding your mind. You must stop letting your thoughts wander into fear and lack. Every time you say, I don't have enough, you are issuing a command to the universe to keep you in shortage. Every time you say, money comes easily to me, you are issuing a command for abundance to appear. Words are the bridges between the invisible and the visible, between thought and experience. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot speak abundance and then dwell in fear. The law of mind is exact. It delivers according to the vibration you hold consistently, not the one you hope for occasionally. There is a power that moves through you when you stop begging. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, think differently. You stop asking how, and start declaring what. You stop fearing the future and start directing it. The universe is responsive, not reactive. It mirrors the authority you claim. You do not wait for conditions to change. You change your inner word and conditions must follow. Money does not respond to tears. It responds to truth. It flows to certainty, to confidence, to clarity. When you say with conviction, I am the channel through which abundance flows, you awaken the current of supply that has been dormant. Only because you forgot your power. The act of commanding is not loud or forceful. It is calm, deliberate, and rooted in faith. It is the quiet knowing that your word has creative force. When you speak from alignment, you do not need to repeat your request endlessly. You say it once with conviction, and then move forward as if it were already done. Just as a king does not beg for his decree to be carried out, you must not beg for your wealth to appear. You decree you trust, and you act in harmony with your declaration. To command money with divine authority means to know that the power within you is the same power that created worlds. That power does not need to be convinced or persuaded, it needs to be expressed. You are not asking an external God for favors, you are activating the divine law that already lives within you. The moment you stop begging, you stop vibrating in lack. The moment you command, you align with infinite supply. You become a magnet to prosperity, because your energy matches the truth that abundance is your birthright. When you beg, you tell money, you are above me. When you command, you tell money, you serve me. This is not pride, this is principle. Money is energy, and energy follows intention. It does not have morality or preference, it simply responds. If your command is rooted in fear, it creates more fear. If your command is rooted in faith, it creates more faith. This is why your inner dialogue must be purified. You cannot speak one thing and feel another. The universe listens to the vibration behind your words more than the words themselves. The command must be felt as truth, not spoken as hope. Commanding money also means commanding your environment. You must move through your day as one who expects abundance. You must act like someone who knows they are provided for. You must stop speaking the language of struggle and start speaking the language of certainty. When you pay bills, say, I bless this payment, for it circulates and returns to me multiplied. When you receive money, say, I am grateful, and I open to receive more. Every transaction becomes a declaration of flow, not a reminder of lack. There will always be moments when the outer world seems to contradict your inner word. That is the test of faith. When you truly command, you do not allow appearances to weaken your knowing. You hold your declaration until it becomes fact. You understand that delay is not denial, it is alignment. You are training your subconscious mind to recognize that you are the master, not the servant. You are teaching your energy to obey your word. When you hold that vibration consistently, money begins to rearrange itself in your life effortlessly. Opportunities appear, ideas form, people show up, and doors open because your command set everything in motion. Stop begging for things you already have access to. You are not a beggar at the gate of abundance. You are the heir to the kingdom of supply. The infinite is within you. Every time you speak with conviction, you open that inner gate wider. Every time you affirm your divine right to prosperity, you remind the universe of your command. The spiritual law is exact and impersonal. It does not favor one person over another, it responds to the one who knows their power. When you speak with divine authority, money obeys because it recognizes the vibration of its source. The great shift happens when you stop asking for money to come, and start ordering it to appear in divine order. You do not demand from ego, you declare from truth. You do not command from arrogance, you command from alignment. You do not beg from fear, you create from faith. The universe is listening to every vibration, every word, every assumption. The question is not whether it will respond, but whether you will speak as one who believes in their own creative authority. When you stop begging and begin to command, you move from scarcity into sovereignty, from waiting into receiving, from doubt into knowing, from fear into flow, from illusion into truth. Speak your financial desires as clear, confident orders to the universe. The energy of clarity is magnetic, and the energy of confusion is repellent. The universe operates through law, not luck, and that law responds to the exact tone, belief, and intention behind your words. When you speak clearly and confidently about what you desire, you activate the creative mechanism of manifestation. But when your words are tangled with fear, uncertainty, or contradiction, the law remains still, waiting for a firm instruction. Most people never receive what they want because they never actually ask with authority. They wish, they hope, they wonder, but they rarely command. Clarity is creation, vagueness is delay. Your words are not empty sounds. They are spiritual instruments through which energy takes form. Every declaration you make sends a signal to the universe, and that signal organizes invisible forces to fulfill what you've spoken. The reason most people feel stuck is because they speak one thing and believe another. They say, "I want abundance," but their vibration says, "I'm afraid it won't come." The universe listens not to the noise of words, but to the conviction within them. A clear and confident order carries the vibration of completion, as if the thing has already been received. That is why you must speak from the end, not from the desire. You must speak as one who already possesses what they command. When you place an order at a restaurant, you don't doubt whether the chef will cook your meal. You don't keep calling the waiter back to check if they're really making it. You place your order once, clearly, and then relax, trusting that it will arrive. The same principle applies to money and abundance. You speak your desire with certainty, knowing that the universal kitchen is already preparing it for you. Every thought of doubt is like changing your order midway. The process restarts, and you delay the arrival of what is yours. When you speak your financial desires, be specific but not fearful. Speak what you want, not what you're afraid of losing. Instead of saying, "I don't want to be broke," say, "I live in overflow and continuous supply." Instead of saying, "I need more money," say, "I am open and ready to receive money in divine order." The shift from need to command is a shift from lack to faith. The words you speak should reflect your inner knowing that you are already provided for, that the supply exists and is making its way to you. Confidence is not loudness. It is calm authority. It is the knowing that your word is law in your world. When you say, "Money flows to me freely and frequently," you must feel it as truth, not fantasy. The more emotion you attach to your declaration, the stronger the signal you send into the universe. Feel your words as energy. Feel the sensation of already having what you've spoken. The universe mirrors feeling more than thought, and belief more than hope. Your spoken word is the wand that directs energy. The law does not decide what you deserve, it obeys what you declare. It is impartial and exact. You could use your voice to command debt or to command wealth. You could affirm fear or affirm faith. Every repetition of, "I can't afford it," is an order to experience lack. Every repetition of, "Money comes to me easily," is an order to experience flow. The choice is yours, and the law is always listening. It does not take breaks, and it does not misunderstand. It hears what you mean, not what you say casually. That is why conscious speech is a spiritual discipline. It shapes your reality. To speak confidently is to speak as one who knows the unseen is more real than the seen. You must train your mind to believe that what you say with conviction has already begun to manifest. You must feel the invisible transaction taking place the moment the words leave your lips. There is no need to shout your desires into existence. Whispering them with faith is enough. It is not volume but vibration that moves mountains. The still, confident command carries more creative power than 1,000 frantic prayers. You can test this law with small declarations. Say, "I attract unexpected income today," and then release it. Don't obsess, don't analyze, simply expect. Watch as a refund appears, a gift arrives, or a small financial blessing comes your way. This is the law showing you that it works perfectly, but it needs your consistency. The more clearly you speak, the faster the manifestation. The moment you add doubt, the current slows. Doubt is mental static, faith is a clear signal. Your words must be aligned with your feelings, and your feelings must be aligned with your belief. If you say, "I am wealthy," but deep down you feel unworthy, the vibration is split. You are sending two signals, one of command and one of resistance. That is why you must purify your inner state before you speak. Still your mind, center your heart, and then declare. Speak from a calm certainty that does not waver with appearances. You are not reacting to your current reality. You are creating a new one through the authority of your word. Speaking clear, confident orders also means avoiding the language of limitation. The universe does not understand, maybe, someday, or hopefully. It understands, I am, I have, and I receive. Speak in the present tense, for all creation happens now. Say, "Money is flowing to me," not, "Money will flow to me." Say, I am prosperous, not, I will be prosperous. The power of now is the secret of manifestation. The universe only knows this moment, and your command must be anchored in it. Confidence grows through repetition and evidence. The more you speak abundance, the more you see it reflected in your experience. Each small manifestation strengthens your faith, and your words become sharper, clearer, more potent. You begin to understand that you are not waiting for things to happen. You are summoning them with precision. The outer world simply mirrors the inner speech you maintain most often. Your spoken word also reshapes your subconscious mind, which is the creative workshop of your reality. Every declaration imprints upon it. When you repeat, I am financially free, your subconscious begins to rearrange your beliefs, habits, and perceptions to match that statement. You start to notice opportunities you once overlooked, make decisions aligned with abundance, and release fears that held you back. The subconscious does not argue. It accepts. The more confidently you speak, the deeper the impression, and the faster the reflection in the physical realm. Speak to money as you would to a loyal assistant who is always ready to serve. Give it direction. Tell it what to do. Say, money circulate through my life with ease. Bring joy wherever you go and return multiplied. When you speak this way, you give energy to money. You turn it from a static concept into a dynamic force that responds to you. You stop chasing and start commanding. You stop fearing and start partnering. There is a divine rhythm in confident speech. It carries no desperation, no tension, no impatience. It is the quiet authority of someone who knows that the law is exact and faithful. When you speak with this energy, even your pauses are powerful. Your silence between words holds expectancy, not doubt. You can feel the unseen world aligning with your command, rearranging circumstances, and preparing the manifestation. When you practice this consistently, your reality begins to obey your language. You notice that when you say something with conviction, it comes to pass. When you speak lightly, it floats away. This awareness teaches you to guard your words and to speak only that which you want to experience. You become deliberate, intentional, and precise. You no longer speak carelessly about money, for you understand that every word is a seed planted in the garden of your life. To speak your financial desires as clear, confident orders to the universe is to live as a conscious creator. It is to remember that your word is power, your belief is law, and your faith is the channel through which abundance flows. It is to understand that what you speak with unwavering certainty cannot be denied, because it already exists in the unseen, waiting for your command to bring it forth. Align your vibration with abundance, and expect your order to be fulfilled. Every experience in your life is a reflection of the frequency you maintain. You are not attracting things at random. You are magnetizing conditions that match your emotional and energetic state. The law of vibration precedes the law of attraction. Before anything can appear in form, it must exist in frequency. If your vibration is one of worry, fear, or desperation, then no matter how many affirmations you say, your energy will still communicate lack. But when you align your vibration with abundance, with calm expectancy, gratitude, and trust, you open the channel through which money and opportunity flow freely. To align your vibration with abundance means to feel wealth before it arrives, to embody the energy of prosperity. Even when your physical reality has not yet caught up, the universe does not respond to your words alone, it responds to the energy behind them. You can say, I am rich, 1,000 times, but if you feel poor, you are still sending out the vibration of poverty. The creative force of the universe speaks the language of feeling, not pleading. It listens to what you embody, not what you merely wish for. When your vibration matches your desire, manifestation becomes effortless. Think of your vibration as your spiritual signature. Every thought, emotion, and belief sends a signal into the invisible field of creation, and that field mirrors it back to you. The reason many people feel stuck in cycles of scarcity is because they keep rehearsing the vibration of not having enough. They wake up worrying about bills. They speak of struggle, they expect shortage, and then they call it reality. But reality is only a reflection, a mirror showing you your dominant energy. Change your inner frequency, and the outer world must rearrange itself to match it. Expectancy is the vibration of faith in motion. It is not waiting in anxiety. It is waiting in certainty. When you expect your order to be fulfilled, you stop doubting the process. You stop asking when or how. You know it is coming because the law is faithful. The same way a seed must become a tree, your vibration must become experience. The universe is exact. It cannot return to you something different from what you vibrate. The energy of, "I hope it works," is entirely different from the energy of, "It is already done." You must live in the energy of completion, not in the energy of waiting. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies of alignment. When you give thanks for what you already have, you create a current that draws more to you. Gratitude shifts your awareness from lack to supply. It tells the universe that you recognize abundance and are ready for more. Each time you say, "Thank you," with genuine emotion, you raise your vibration. You move from fear to faith, from tension to trust. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and fulfillment, because it harmonizes your inner state with the frequency of receiving. To align your vibration with abundance, you must become aware of what lowers it. Complaining lowers it. Doubting lowers it. Comparing yourself lowers it. These are energetic leaks that disrupt your connection to the flow of supply. You cannot complain about lack and expect to receive prosperity. You cannot envy another's wealth and attract your own. The law does not respond to contradiction. It mirrors consistency. When you consistently maintain the vibration of abundance, through your words, feelings, and actions, you stabilize the energy that draws wealth to you. Abundance is not just about money, it is a state of being. It is the awareness that you are supported, guided, and supplied by an infinite source. Money is one expression of that supply, but the vibration of abundance also manifests as opportunities, ideas, connections, and ease. When you focus only on money, you limit the infinite ways abundance can reach you. But when you align with the vibration of plenty in all things, beauty, love, creativity, freedom, you open every possible channel for wealth to flow through you. Expectation is faith in practice. It is the invisible hand that moves substance into form. When you expect your order to be fulfilled, you act differently. You walk with assurance, you make decisions from confidence, and you carry yourself as one who knows they are supported. The energy of expectation activates the law of correspondence. As within, so without. Whatever you expect with belief becomes your outer experience. You must therefore expect only the best, the highest, the most abundant outcomes. Expectation sets the tone for manifestation. Imagine yourself already living in the reality you desire. Feel the emotions of abundance now. See yourself paying bills with ease, giving freely, receiving joyfully, and living in comfort. These inner visions are not fantasies, they are energetic blueprints. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. What you vividly feel and focus on becomes a magnetic pattern that attracts its physical counterpart. Visualization is the practice of aligning your vibration with the future you have already chosen. Your vibration is shaped by your self-concept. What you believe you are worthy of. You cannot attract beyond what you believe you deserve. If you secretly feel unworthy of wealth, you will unconsciously repel it. To align with abundance, you must heal the beliefs that tell you money is scarce, hard to earn, or unspiritual. Money is neutral energy. It flows easily to those who see it as an ally and away from those who see it as a struggle. Replace guilt with gratitude. Replace fear with trust, and replace limitation with expansion. When your inner dialogue reflects worthiness, abundance naturally follows. The vibration of abundance is calm, confident, and allowing. It is never desperate or hurried. Desperation signals to the universe that you believe in lack. The moment you chase, you confirm that what you want is missing. But when you allow, you affirm that it already exists and is on its way. Allowing is not inaction, it is inner relaxation. It is the state of knowing that everything unfolds perfectly without force. This is why those who are most aligned seem to attract with ease. They are not striving, they are allowing. One of the most powerful ways to sustain a high vibration is through daily alignment rituals. Begin your day by affirming abundance. Speak words like, "I live in a universe of supply. Everything I need is already provided." Meditate on the feeling of peace and plenty. Move your body with gratitude. Surround yourself with music, art, and environments that lift your spirit. Throughout the day, return to that feeling whenever fear or worry creeps in. Remind yourself that the universe is friendly and responsive. Every time you return to the vibration of abundance, you strengthen your signal and accelerate your manifestations. The outer world is a delayed reflection of your inner vibration. If you want to change your experience, change your energy first. Aligning your vibration with abundance is not about pretending or ignoring reality. It is about creating from a higher level of awareness. You acknowledge what is, but you choose to vibrate with what you desire. You recognize the present as temporary and the future as flexible. The moment you shift your vibration, the universe begins reorganizing itself to match your new frequency. The results may not appear instantly, but they are inevitable. When you truly expect your order to be fulfilled, you stop living in resistance. You no longer question whether it's possible or whether you're ready. You simply know. This knowing radiates from you as confidence, peace, and joy. People feel it when they meet you, and life responds accordingly. Doors open, resources flow, and everything begins to align in divine timing. This is not coincidence. It is the law of vibration in action. You are always ordering from the universe, whether consciously or unconsciously. The difference between scarcity and abundance lies in awareness. Scarcity reacts, abundance commands. Scarcity doubts, abundance expects. Scarcity chases, abundance attracts. The moment you become conscious of your vibration, you gain control of your life. You stop waiting for circumstances to change and start creating them from the inside out. Aligning with abundance means living in harmony with the truth that supply is infinite, that wealth is a reflection of your belief, and that expectation is the signal that summons it into form. Every thought of gratitude amplifies it. Every act of generosity anchors it. Every moment of faith sustains it. When you align your vibration with abundance and expect your order to be fulfilled, you merge with the current of divine supply that never runs dry, and from that current, all things flow to you in perfect and effortless order.